left, we're going to go with Gamer Nate. Intros, please.
What's up, everybody? Hey, Hip Hop. I hope your butt ain't hurting too much after today's video.
Here we go. Dag, never dull moment with you, Nate. All right, let's go over here with Jamie's up next, a.k.a. the little me that could.
That's a good intro there. Yep, Jamie here. I don't have an interesting intro. Just when it comes to shots fired, make sure you're not firing blanks.
Okay, then. Now that we had the endorsement from the Viagra Corporation, let's go on here with Deadpool's illegitimate child.
What's up, everybody? Jay here. Nothing on the intro, not this week.
Oh, I was hoping for something interesting. And here goes Karen, very caring Karen. How you doing? Let's see what you got to say over here. 219 Gary N.
Oh, this is Karen. I just want to bring a female perspective, point of view of gaming in the YouTube community.
Alrighty then, and not to mention veteran, gentlemen, so watch your back. And she hacking too. She carries heat. I've seen the videos. We have proof. I'll put it this way. Ashvillian won't come on here because of... Yo, let me stop. Alright, and next we got our boy Rashid. Let's do our thing, boy. Let's come on, bring it. You better rep. Come on, Semper Fi Marine Corps. You better bring it strong.
Nah, man. I'm just gonna sit by and see what happens.
Okay, he's gonna stand by. Oh, see, that's kind of shady for Marine. They're supposed to run in first. Something's not right here. Are you sure, Marine?
They're supposed to be the ones that put boot to ass.
Dude. He sounds more like SF. And I worked with those guys. No, watch your back. We got a green bean hiding in the wings right here. All right, up first is going to be ladies' choice. After all, we're all gentlemen here besides Karen, so Karen's going to get first dibs to say her thought. I can say her piece. Go for it. Floor is yours.
I am, you know what, for one thing, I'm hearing double, so it must be something that I need to do on here. Yeah, because I'm trying to figure out why am I hearing double?
Make sure that you mute the audio on your mic, but not the output.
Okay.
That might help. If you go onto where it says sound settings, where it says there, let me see, sound, playback devices. Make sure you have your mic muted under playback devices, but not under recording.
Okay, hold on.
And that should fix the echo.
Not unless the echo's coming from me.
Hold on.
No, that could be, but.
Am I popping up whenever you talk at all?
I think it's Tobias.
Okay,
not Tobias. I mean, Rashid.
Probably the guilty one. I'm using my phone. That's why.
Okay, you might want to back it away. Maybe that might help.
Yeah, but I'm not hearing echo from anybody else, so that must be just on her end.
It probably is. I'm trying to figure it out now. Let me see. Oh, how about now?
You sound fine to me. I mean,
okay.
Bro.
I'm not hearing the echo now. So.
Okay, cool.
Cool.
All right. So, what's your topic?
What's my topic?
Yeah. So it's yours.
Let me see. I don't know. I made a video earlier about respect in the gaming community. I think that would be a good one.
Hot button issue. Hot button issue. Well, you know, I'm going to tell you like this. And this is the bottom line here. So long as people feed the trolls, they're going to be fat and they're going to be looming.
That's true.
And that's the problem.
Right.
You have trolls bragging about their sub count. That says a lot about the community in themselves. And therein is the key to the problem. It's not the trolls, it's those who feed them.
Right. That's true.
All right, what do you think, Nate?
What I think is, it's like I'll tell you like I told to a guy in my comment section on my videos today, Omega Zio, or Izio, however the hell you say his name. Anyway, I said, one thing I wish would happen in this gaming community on YouTube is that we would all come together, whether it be a PlayStation fan, an Xbox fan, a Nintendo fan, or a PC fan, and we all get together and we hold third party accountable to what they say and do.
Right.
And what I mean by that is, instead of coming on and chasing around videos and making rude comments, BS comments, let's all be adults here and realize that you know, if one group of people's being sectioned out versus another group by a developer or somebody else in the gaming industry, then we all just need to come together and stand behind that group and say, look, you got to treat this group with respect and give them the same equal treatment as anybody else.
All right.
Because
hold on, Nate. We don't want to step over each other too long.
okay, I'm sorry.
I know you zealous about this, but we got to give our boy Rashid a chance because he was trying to get up in here many times before. All right, what's your take on this whole respect in the gaming community in YouTube as well as in the Google Plus community? We might as well include them too.
Right.
Rashid?
Oh, sorry. I'm kind of out of it tonight, bro. Honestly, I don't see why we're always trying to go back and forth and fighting. Because like Nate said, at the end of the day, we're all gamers, regardless of what console we use or if we use a PC or whatever. We do all these fights for what? It's not like you really accomplish anything other than a quick pat on the back.
Yeah, good point. Good point. All right, then let's go with the little me that could.
You know, really, to be honest, I'm not nearly as involved in this community as you guys are. So, I mean, I have to defer to Nate on this one because he not only seems pissed, but knowledgeable about it.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. What about you, Deadpool Jr.?
Well, yeah, I'm pretty much wrapped up what I was gonna say. Basically, I try not to I try to treat everybody with the same respect because at the end of the day, yeah, we are supposedly all gamers. A lot of people, though, I've noticed they're not gamers, and you can tell by either the structure of their comments or how their videos are done. You can tell whether they game or not. You can tell whether they are really true gamers or I just play Madden, but I'm gonna tell everybody I game.
Okay,
you can tell.
You know what the thing is? If all you do is play Madden, if you only play one single game, single one, then you're a niche gamer, not so much a gamer. A gamer is a general term. That means you're like into RPGs, shooters, into action games, into cinematic games, into puzzles, into whatever, what have you. The gamer is a general, all-purpose, I'm going to do what I got to do to get my fun on gamer. Otherwise, if you're just an all Madden every day, all day, don't care the fact that all you're getting is rehashed gameplay with just new stats, then okay then. You're a niche gamer then, in that case. Right. If all you waiting for is the next crisis, again, niche gamer. There you go.
Can I jump in real quick?
Yes, sir.
I just want to say, in my video I did today, towards the end of it, I kind of did get a little bit, how would you say, out there because I called hip-hop for what he is. All right? But if it was just a normal person, say like Black Bond. Black Bond,
Wait. I got to stop you right there. Did you just call Black Bond? Never mind. Go ahead.
What I mean is, not somebody that has an ear to the industry the way that Hip Hop Gamer does. Hip Hop Gamer gets to go and talk to the developers, does interviews with the developers, represents gaming as a whole to the gaming industry itself.
That's a scary-ass thought. Go ahead.
It is. I mean, well, up until recently, I always considered him to be very in the middle of the road because I've heard it come out of his mouth before that he doesn't think it's right to dog on somebody's IP or intellectual property, that we're supposed to be gamers and find the good of all in all forms of gaming. I've heard him say that in his videos, and I respected him for that because that's the way I feel. But because he's in the position he is, I tend to hold him to a higher standard than I would say a troll like Black Bond, who just lives in an attic and does stuff just to get kicks.
Well, listen. What you got to understand is recently Hip Hop Gamer had some surgery done, and he had something physically removed from up inside his colorectal cavity. And so he's now dealing with it a bit too much right now. And no, seriously, go ahead, man.
No, but seriously, this is why I get so pissed off that I lost my temper in the end of my video today, because hip-hop is in a position that if he wanted to help Nintendo, he could do it. he could go to DICE and say, look, I know what you're doing with Battlefield 4 on PC, PlayStation 4, and Xbox One. The Wii U has it built already in to be able to do things like that. The Wii U can handle your engine. Why don't y'all put away your petty grievances over Origin and give Nintendo gamers the best Battlefield 4 you can and let them speak with their wallet? As long as you don't jack it up, leave things out, give a shoddy port or one that's not optimized, their game will sell. Because I know I'm not the only 34-year-old Nintendo gamer that likes to play Battlefield. I've got a gaming PC to play it on if I want to.
Right.
But if I can play it on my Wii U and be able to use my tablet controller, and do the things that they're doing with it for Xbox One and PS4, I would buy it not just for my PC, but also for my Wii U to be able to have that side of the experience.
Right.
Double sales right there. See what I'm saying? But here's the thing that they don't get too. Now I'm just curious. I don't know if you could see this here. Crytek said that, oh no, the Cry engine does not run on Wii U. What's that symbol there say? It says Cryware.
Yeah.
Wait. What's this? What's this? Wait. Let's go back here. What's that say? Cryware.
Right.
Cry engine. And
yeah,
what game?
Crytek came out recently and said that CryEngine 4 will run on the Wii U, and they referred to the Wii U as a next generation.
Yes, they did. Yes, they did. Yeah.
And the thing is, let me tell you something. I think that the nonsense has to stop once and for all. Come on,
Right.
It is what it is. It's politics. And
Yes.
I'm going to tell you my theory on this whole thing with the gaming community and how the gaming industry is taking advantage and making suckers of all those involved. They don't want, for a fact, to sit up here and lose their leverage with hardware manufacturers. And this includes graphics card, sound card, and etc. Because every time you play on PC, you play any game, what do you see in the splash screens right before the credits? NVIDIA, PhysX, or Havoc, or whatever the hell's this. And, oh my God, look at that.
Right.
Yeah, and now here's the thing. You see these splash screens. You don't think that they're in the pockets of these people. Would it be in their best interest to have a presumably underpowered piece of hardware under the mind of the whole common people to be viewed as powerful? And where am I echoing at? I'm echoing bad.
Yeah, it's coming off of Indy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was trying to use a different headset, so don't
Oh,
worry
okay.
about it.
All right, but you see what I'm saying, though? The thing is, it seems a little bit suspect that these people are going their way to target Nintendo, the one company that does not do DRM in the same way that they do. The one company, too, that has a arguably marginal leap compared to PS3 and Xbox 360, a marginal leap, and yet is able to perform. By proving once and for all that it's not necessary to have an over-the-top rig in a closed system. It kind of disproves the need to have the best graphics card, the best this, the best that, if the engine is optimized. They're trying to reinvigorate the market because they feel like it's lulling and whatever, but the only reason why it's lulling is because of the emphasis on visuals versus substance in gameplay. And I keep saying this over and over. This is why you see people like Shinnin performing so well on the Wii U, because they put substance. They got visual flash, mind you, but they do it within the confines of the Wii U and bring substance and bang for the buck. Once these developers start doing this, and the gamers accept this, as a true gamer would, I'll put it this way. Dragon Age 1, Dragon Age 2. Which one was good and which one was shite? I'll give you a simple hint. Origin, baby, was the one, and I don't mean that stupid distribution model. Dragon Age Origins was the one.
Let me tell you this. With Dragon Age Origins, I played through that game 3 times and put well over 150 hours into it. I played Dragon Age 2 for about 5 hours and done with it.
Thank you.
See, yeah.
And this is my point. If you give people substance, they
Right.
a true gamer would embrace it. And the thing is, this is why people need to stop paying attention to these trolling people and getting
Right.
suckered into the game. All you're doing is giving them hits. You're giving them a post count. You're giving them thumbs ups, thumbs downs. You're giving them subscriber, levels and whatever. And all you're doing is by doing this, passing on the message to the developers. You prefer flash over substance.
Mhm.
And that circles right on back to your point, by the way, Gary. And this is not me avoiding this issue.
No,
This
that's
is taking
fine.
it full circle.
Right. Right. And there's nothing wrong with that because, like I said, I could care less what anybody posts or what they may say about what games that I play. It doesn't matter. It's not going to stop my money flow.
Thank you.
But the only thing that was really getting on my nerves was every time you got on YouTube, some dummy is making a video about, well, this unit is this. If you have this console, that's all the videos are ever about. It's not. I think us as gamers, we're intelligent people. By nature, we're supposed to be intelligent people. Well, some of us anyway. And I'm not seeing the intelligent side of gaming. I'm seeing a bunch of, like you said, a bunch of trolls and idiots on YouTube just trying to make a buck. I go to work. That's how. If I want money, I go to work. I don't get on YouTube and try to make money off of YouTube. That's not my job. But I don't know. These people, we're just a bunch of morons on YouTube, and it's just irritating. To see every time that you get on there. So.
Thank you. Get a chance, you ought to check out my channel and stuff. And the ones where I do
okay.
picture.
Okay.
Hey, your mic, you sound a little bit far.
I got a really good format for the Wii U and stuff on my channel now.
Okay. Okay, I will check it out.
It's Children of the Nin, by the way. Children.
You know what? I think I ran across your video earlier today. So yes, I will go back and I will subscribe. That's not a problem.
Alrighty. And subscribe to Gary N, because I'm telling you right now, she's on point with hers. Let me tell you something. She's one of the few girl gamers who don't have to sit up here and wear a bustier up to her daggone with a turtleneck to show her point as being a gamer. See, that's one thing that's good.
Yeah.
You don't want to misrepresent gaming as sensationalized, because it gets that enough.
Yeah.
This is why I like the new take on Tomb Raider.
Yeah, that's it.
Look at the new take on Tomb Raider.
Right.
And Chew, I got a topic I wouldn't mind bringing.
Go for it.
This is the topic I want to bring. Right now, currently, the next set of games to be coming out between now and the end of this year for the Wii U, I would say probably, 99% of them are going to be doing 1080p, 60 frames a second.
Okay.
Versus the games that have been shown for PlayStation 4 and Xbox One are all going to be either 720p 60 frames or 1080p 30 frames. Now my question is my topic I want to talk about is, if these developers on PlayStation 4 and Xbox One wasn't trying to go for the ultra-realistic, ultra setting that a PC gamer could do and still get 60 frames a second on, could they do 1080p 60 frames a second?
Yes.
And with that being said, would that make it where they can actually run that same game on the Wii U, 1080p 60 frames a second?
They don't want to. I already told you, but go ahead. You already know what I'm going to say. So,
Jamie, I want you to kick in on this first, man. What do you think?
The problem is it takes effort, and developers just don't want to put it in. I mean, you can see that constantly. With the whole Nintendo conspiracy thing we've got going on. I mean, it comes down to developers they don't want to put in more effort than they have to. Sure, they want to churn out, a mostly polished game and get as many sales as they possibly can, but I mean, what it comes down to when you see this on PC a lot is these games just aren't optimized for their platforms. That's the entire issue. It's because the developer isn't putting enough effort, isn't putting enough time in these specific franchises that are coming out. Especially if they can make a quick buck off of it, like, Call of Duty. The new Battlefield 4 has been in development for quite a while, but still, I mean, it's not going to run as well.
I think they're putting too much effort into graphics and not enough effort into fluidity.
Well, it's about the upfront instead of on the back end. That's the problem. Is they're trying to put everything up front and they're not actually optimizing to make it run better. That's the issue.
You make the game industry sound dirty all of a sudden, man. I mean, good grief. What the hell? Okay then, but then again, it is a dirty business. Let's
Yes,
be
they
honest.
are. Yeah.
They about as shady as the day is long. But let, let
What do you
me
think, Jay?
let me chime in real quick.
Oh, go ahead, man.
And the thing is, what's so interesting about all this, like I told you, they have gone from creating experiences where people can game to being a means of selling us a brand new car when we're good enough with our old jalopy of a graphics card.
Mhm.
After all, NVIDIA, it's
Yeah, but Banshee, I'm not talking about from a PC side. Right? I'm talking
But
about
dude, you don't
from
get
a
it. With
console
console, it
side.
does hinge on that. What you don't understand is when they can't make their sales on console, what's the very first thing they do?
Multiplayer.
Ah, they port it over to
Mhm.
PC, and then they
Yes,
try their
sir.
best to make a sale. And if that doesn't work, they allow sales to happen where they're $20 after 6 months, maybe 3 months even. That happened with Tomb Raider. I got Tomb Raider for what,
Mhm.
like less than $20 from
You know,
Amazon.
kind of getting off topic of what I'm actually
But
saying.
I'm getting back to graphics. It does circle back. It's all about economics. They're playing a game. They don't want to put it on a hardware system that they don't want to give the impression that you don't need that powerful of a system to pull off good looks. Because,
Okay,
like I said,
how does that apply, like to say Killzone Shadowfall? The single player is going to be 1080p 30 frames a second,
mhm,
but the multiplayer is going to be 1080p 60 frames a second. So obviously, if they
still,
wanted to, they could make the single player run 60 frames also. But see, they want to put all that massive ultra realisticness in there, put it on ultra setting versus putting it on high or medium high and getting that 60 frames a second. Now, see, Killzone is a first party Sony title. You're not going to see that on PC. So that
mm,
has nothing to do with GPUs. I just
but
want to know,
it
why
gives
can't
you
they just give us 1080p 60 frames a second and say screw all this extra graphics? I mean, I'll tell you right now. You take let's see what Crisis 3 that came out on 360 and PS3. It was
mhm,
running in sub 30 frames per second, 20 to 25 frames a second. All right, it
mhm.
still looked pretty good. Now, if they could take that same game and if they'd had the resources available they have for PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, they could have made it run 1080p, 60 frames a second, and still look as good as what it did on PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360.
Agree.
Yeah.
That's my whole point. We don't have to have all this extra bells and whistles, you know. Give us a game that's 1080p and 60 frames a second, and screw all that other stuff, you know.
There's
I
a
mean, if people
problem though.
do that, go PC.
There's a problem though. It all comes back to the same graphics charts. Who'll sit there and talk about corners on mushrooms. Other ones that look at
Oh,
the
I had
the edge,
I had
the
bond
water's
time with
edge
16 pixels
of an
today.
RPG. I can list. I can go on and on. You got these little nitpickers that count pixels over here with a monocle or a daggone jeweler's lope as if that is their
Dude,
job.
Bond was counting pixels on my video today. He was crying over 16 pixels from Need for Speed Most Wanted U because it was 1280 by 704 instead of 1280 by 720.
I know. But he seems to forget one thing. It renders to the gamepad as well. So, yeah. There goes that theory. Anyway, that worked nice. But hey, remember, it's like two monitors running it. No slowdown. So, yeah, thanks for that. Anywho. So, who's got a follow up to
Jay, you
this?
can answer.
Rashidi, did you get one? Did you get one? And Jay?
Sorry.
Yeah, what do you think about this whole issue? You could refresh him if you will, Nate, what exactly you were bringing up.
What I'm asking is, instead of developers, both third party and first party, when it comes to Sony PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, instead of trying to go for the absolute max graphics, why can't they tone it back a little bit and give us 1080p 60 frames a second?
All right.
I would rather have that than our
Okay.
ultra realistic.
What do you think about that, though, Rashid? Would you rather have full-on graphics for less frames? Would you like full graphics, bells and whistles with 30 frames, or okay graphics for 60 frames? Does it even matter to you?
Well, the whole thing is this. It's about how smooth it flows. 60 frames per second. But the thing is...
Your camera, the irony of your camera, what you just said. Stay still, dude, because your camera's kind of jittery. All right, go for it again.
My brain works.
He must be in the barracks. You see the blinds? The barracks?
Yeah.
Those are barracks blinds. Oh, no wonder he's stressed out. He's in the barracks. Oh, that's gotta be it. Those look like barracks blinds.
I can barely hear him when he's talking.
Yeah, I know. His phone.
This is the first time.
Dude, two words for you, okay? Laptop, computer. Do that thing. Do that thing.
He got disconnected.
We'll help
he
him out.
did.
We'll get him back in. Jay, now it's your turn, and then you get to set up the next question.
Well, to me, it doesn't really matter as long as the gameplay is tight. I think just like Jamie said, it all comes down to like developer effort or lack thereof when it comes to, you know, whether it's going to play silky smooth or not. And also, I think it depends on who they're actually trying to target. A lot of developers that are making stuff for like Sony and Microsoft, their whole agenda is multiplayer. They will throw multiplayer on something that does not even need it.
That's true.
That's true.
Yeah,
That
basically.
Arkham Origins. I'm just saying. I mean, never been a multiplayer game before. Why throw that in there now?
True.
All I gotta say is I have Dead Space 3. I have room to talk, as people love to say on here. I have it so I can talk about it.
What I miss?
What you missed was answering whether graphics are more important to you than actual gameplay. Do you need all the bells and whistles at 30 frames, or a somewhat okay game with good gameplay at 60 frames?
Honestly, I prefer great gameplay. Remember, we started with the 2600, so it wasn't about graphics. It was about how fun the game was.
Right.
There you go.
Graphics is great, but
Right.
I want to enjoy my game.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Now there you go. There's a sensible individual right there. Now, what topic do you want to discuss now that we came full circle on this, Jay? What do you
Karen
got?
ain't answered yet.
Say again?
Karen ain't answered yet.
Oh, hey, wait. Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. It was so long. I mean, I'm sorry.
I've been waiting to hear her response. I want to hear it.
Oh my God, I am so sorry. I'm so rude.
That's
Go
okay.
ahead. Go ahead.
For me, one word, and that word would be gameplay.
Mm-hmm.
Gameplay. That's what it's about. If I'm not having fun with the game, to hell with the graphics. Doesn't matter. As long as I'm enjoying the game, that's what it's about.
Would you consider 1080p 60 frames more enjoyable?
Well, it would look better, you know. Of course, it's gonna look at our HD TVs. Yeah, it's gonna look magnificent, you know. But if it doesn't have that, and the gameplay is better, then you know I can give up the graphics a little bit. You know, that's fine.
I got a little exercise for you guys. All of you guys are familiar with goodoldgames.com, right?
Yeah.
Pick up a copy of Nox and compare it to Diablo 3 and have fun.
Okay.
Nox is cheap.
Mhm.
Try it. And then come back to me next week and see what you got to say about gameplay versus graphics. And I'm telling you, I love me some Nox. I can go back to it. As a matter of fact, I run Linux and Windows off this computer.
Okay.
But I cannot go without Nox being installed on that other hard drive. Can't do it. Cannot do it.
Mm.
You know, while I'm doing video editing or whatever, and, you know, practicing, you know, different little things here and there with, you know, Caden Live and whatever, and views, I have to play me some Nox. And if Nox was on Wii U, I would be so freaking happy. Especially if it had single-player campaign co-op. Yes, do that.
Played that.
Nox is awesome. That and System Shock 2.
And what?
System Shock 2. That came out at the same time as the original Half-Life. And look, ounce for ounce, pound for pound, hour for hour, the superior game. I don't care what anybody says. System Shock 2 trumps Half-Life.
Okay.
Check that out. All right.
Yeah, but check it out.
You need to check those 2 out, and then you'll come back to me and be like, damn, where have these titles been? I know tons of obscure games that you probably never heard of. If you gave a chance, you'd be like,
I'm always down to try something new out.
And they're cheap.
Yeah.
They're cheap now. Oh, that and Sacred, if you want a really massive RPG. Sacred and Sacred 2. And Sacred comes with all the expansions. There you go.
Cool.
Secret.
Now,
I love RPGs, so I'll definitely check that out.
oh my god, and you're talking hundreds of hours of games.
That's good.
Gameplay in there. Tons of it. Now, Jay, what was your topic now that we rounded out everything? When everyone's in, what's your topic?
Well, actually, I was just sitting here looking at like the back of like the cases for like Rayman Legends and Wonderful 101, and I remember last week we were talking about Bethesda and how they made some comments about how Nintendo should have came to them and talked to them before they made the Wii U and little things like that. And I'm sitting here and I'm looking and I noticed something. Like they always tell you what all controllers you can use for the game. Like you're not restricted to just the gamepad. Right. You can use Pro Controller, Classic Controller, Remote and Chuck. And they got me thinking, I'm like, okay, so what's the big issue now? Because you can't say, okay, we don't want to bring Skyrim because it's not like Microsoft and Sony what they have. I'm looking at the Pro Controller and I'm like, yes, it is.
Yes.
Oh, wait a minute, wait. Maybe Skyrim requires analog triggers.
You're right.
Yeah, but that's what you got a Pro Controller for.
Exactly.
So I'm like, and I just started laughing because there's going to be like games. What is it? GameSpot and IGN. Game trailers, God knows Pack is going to have fun with that. But, I'm sitting around looking, I'm like, they'll run those stories for like weeks on end. Matter of fact, they'll run the same story 3 times a week. I've read it.
True.
Oh, Lord.
And I'm sitting here and I'm just looking at the back of the case and I'm like, so basically you're saying you can play with whatever control scheme you want.
Yeah.
In other words, you're lazy.
Exactly.
Let me tell you something. I was at the Nintendo World Store today picking up my copy of Wonderful 101 with my niece and my son. And I ran into somebody who recognized me, and I had a conversation with him. And one of the topics we covered was Bethesda. And I said, Bethesda is dumb. They can go to Nintendo and say, hey, I got an idea, Nintendo. Why don't, you guys have the ability to have people buy customized game pads or whatever, why don't we make a licensed, limited edition Fallout with a Pip-Boy gamepad?
Wow.
Who would not want to rock that?
True.
And then Vatsing with the nunchuck and the
Apparently the execs of Bethesda would not want to rock that.
Apparently not, but I'm telling you, that would be bang.
It would sell.
Oh, hell yeah. Oh, can you imagine?
Yes.
Yeah, imagine this. What if they took a U gamepad, they made a version of their own, took out all this stuff, but just to the screen, like you said, where you strap it on your arm, you use the Pro Controller to play.
Right.
Actually, I was thinking more nunchuck.
Yeah, you could. Yeah.
And Wiimote,
Yes.
basically switching the configuration based on the weapon you got.
Right.
From pistol to shotgun and so on.
See, that's why, Quan, you need to be a developer.
For real.
Dude, can you imagine how I would pay bank to get my hands on a gamepad made like that? And can you imagine how sick that would be to rock?
Yeah, it would be.
It'd be too perfect, man. The only thing missing is for the other
one.
Yeah.
it's kind of already been done before. And guess who did it?
Mm-hmm.
Nintendo. What was it called?
Game & Watch.
No. What was it called? You put your hand into it. And it had
That wasn't Nintendo that
buttons.
made that. That wasn't Nintendo that made that. That was a product that was made for Nintendo, but not by Nintendo.
The Power
You're
Glove.
talking about the Power Glove. Yes, I know.
Yeah.
Point
I
is,
remember.
though, it was Nintendo the first ones to rock a glove
Yeah.
with controls on it.
Yeah, I get
Oh,
what
but
you're.
Nintendo's stuck in the past. Yeah,
Oh.
they make a gamepad, but they're stuck in the past. Yet, you know,
Man,
I
Nintendo.
just want to use it, something like that for Battlefield 4.
Look, all that's old is new again. That's why the Game & Watch became the 3DS. Thank you. Oh Lord. So, in general, anybody else want to chip in on this particular topic? Anyone? Bueller? And do we have any other topics that we would like to cover before we wrap it up?
There
Oh,
were actually some topics. The hell kind of face is that, Quan?
I just thought of something really. I just thought of something.
I
just
was
thought of
you
something.
want me talking dirty.
Now,
You're the
no.
one making faces like
Now that I have Karen in here and Rashid, I just thought of something here because we got
Okay.
the ratio of civilian to military.
Tell you what,
This-
go ahead, because mine's
I've got
old,
to
but we might
ask
talk
this
it over a
question.
while.
I've
Okay.
got to ask this question.
Go ahead.
What do you think about these civvy little kids, be they 35 years old or 13 years old, threatening devs over their inability to play soldier in a video game?
Oh my God.
Yes. Loaded question. And
Yeah.
I mean loaded. Shots fired this time, and it ain't hip-hop doing it.
Oh my goodness.
Conversation was gonna come up.
And we got the perfect ratio of vet to civilian to pull it off. Karen, you're the first one up.
Kind of go over the question again. I'm trying to get my thoughts together.
What do you think of these little kids, be they 13 or 30,
Mhm.
making threats on devs for changing weapons in a game for them to play soldier? In other words, the Call of Duty Black Ops patch that had them all on Twitter.
Oh yeah.
What's your opinion on that?
I want to know where the parents are.
I don't know.
Where are the
man, but
parents?
If he's 30
Where are the
years
parents?
old
I mean,
and
if you-
35,
Right. Even if you're 35 years old, if you're pitching that much of a fit, something in the mental capacity is not right.
Thank you.
It's some retarded people, I guess. You know, I don't know. I could say more, but oh my God. It's
And
just,
now we're going to go with a civilian after you're done with this, but this is like all right. We're going to go with Jay. What's your opinion on this? Are we making too big of a deal, or is it something really severe?
Well, you're not making too big of a deal because these people are threatening people.
right.
It's one thing to be upset. It's a completely different thing when you talk about you're gonna come down and kill them and do all this other stuff.
Right.
Threats is crazy because I know me personally. I'm not the type of person that's gonna run from somebody.
Right.
So I'm kind of glad I'm not a developer because I would have told dude to come do it.
And Karen wants to throw me under the bus and make me a developer. You see this?
No, I'm just saying, like, somebody.
You'd be a different type of developer. I mean, you'd be behind, like Fort Knox. We have you locked down,
Like, if you're gonna sit up and put a threat out like that, like, because I read the
Yeah.
tweet that
Yeah.
the dude sent, whoever it was that sent it,
Right.
and I'm sitting there thinking to myself, like, this guy's scared. And
Yeah.
I'm sitting there thinking to myself, like, oh, if you that bad, come do it.
Come do it, yeah.
If you that bad,
Yeah.
I live in Newark. I would love for them to come over here.
The big dog does not.
Ooh.
You're making lots of noise. You're probably
Yeah.
not.
yeah. So yeah, that's my whole feeling on it.
Looks like Rashid's dying to get in here. Go for it, man. What do you think of it? Come on, Marine. Speak up.
I'm trying not to touch this because I'm gonna go in a rage. So I'm just keep it simple.
Breathe.
Yeah. Yeah.
These people. All right. How do I put this? The sheer. Matter of fact, no. I'm gonna go into a rage. I'm gonna leave off this subject.
Okay.
Just say I agree with
You know,
Karen.
We understand. Trust me.
We can relate.
Yes.
We can relate. You know what
Right.
it is? They're
Right.
playing us, and they're not us.
Right. And we're the real deal. I'm sorry.
Can I
Hmm.
chime in?
That's what it is.
Can I chime in on this subject?
Sure.
Yes, you may, sir.
All right, I'm actually gonna bring a different perspective to this, okay? Because I am a Call of Duty player, and I am primarily a sniper in Call of Duty, and that's what this whole subject was about. What they did to sniper rifles. Now, the response that this individual gave was wrong, but I completely understand where he's coming from and the amount of rage that he's got, because I've been playing Call of Duty since Call of Duty 2, and it seems like each Call of Duty that comes out, more and more, the developers are listening to those that use SMGs and like to run around and do nothing but just SMGs, and they keep dogging the snipers down more and more, especially Treyarch. Treyarch is extremely bad. Let me finish.
Okay.
Let me finish. I'm not saying his response was right. It wasn't. He shouldn't have took it to that level. But on the same note, the developers need to start listening to the Call of Duty players that like to snipe in their game and quit making it where it takes 2 seconds to scope in at the time, or you scope in and you got to wait a second before you can get a clear, an actual true shot. Even though your crosshair's on the guy, when you first scope up and you got the crosshair on the guy and you pull the trigger, like in Call of Duty Black Ops 1, they had a delay thing where it was like some kind of center of target of crosshair. Even though you got the crosshair on it, they're saying when you shot beforehand, you would end up hitting 2 feet over here or 2 feet over there, and it's not right to single out one style of playing in a game such as Call of Duty and give an advantage to all the other styles where that one single style doesn't seem to be able to have fun.
I have a suggestion.
What?
Why don't they enable spotters?
That would never work in a Call of Duty game.
But you know why? Because Call of Duty isn't about simulation. It's arcade shooting. If this was Arma and they enabled spotters, it would make sense. You have a spotter.
Okay, but then
wait. You have a spotter, call a shot for the sniper, and that helps, one, him find the target, and two, help him get certain reads, whether it be wind direction, wind speed, etc. and whatnot, whether they're up on an incline, all sorts of things. Estimated distance.
Okay. Let me ask you a question, though, Quan.
Go ahead.
Why do they got to go out of their way to make sure snipers are at a disadvantage?
Because people are playing an arcade game based on the military and not a simulation. That's all. It's that simple.
Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 and Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3, you can quick scope easily.
Okay,
And
can I ask you a
that's
question?
why-
Can you guys quick scope easily? Rashid? Karen? I thought so. Thank you.
No, it's a format that you have to go through. You have to go, you can't just do it just like that. You have to breathe right. You have to, it's a lot more than that. You have to relax. I was pretty good on. That's it. I was real good on the range. So hey, as long as I can quick scope in real life, I'm good. I don't care about a game.
Thank you. But the thing is, even then, in real life, it's a lot harder to take a beat on a target because there's a lot of things to take into account.
Yes,
even
it
if
is.
you're using a pistol.
Right.
Even if you're using a pistol, steadying your aim. You don't do this crap.
Right.
You got to box your
And in real life, an SMG would not outpower a freaking assault rifle at distance. Yet in Call of Duty Black Ops 2, SMG
Again, it's an
outpower
arcade
assault
game
rifle.
and not a simulation.
Yeah.
It is an arcade game and not a simulation, and that is why
Man,
that is not the case.
Are you an avid Call of Duty player?
Why you think I'm not an avid Call of Duty player? Because it is an arcade game and not a simulation.
You don't play it, I do. And I can see where the animosity is from a select group of players in Call of Duty. It's not right for how he reacted, but it's also not right for developers to listen to whiny kids who like to run and gun and just take their point of view and just crap all over the other side. And that's what Activision has done in the Black Ops series. They just crap.
Well, we're going a little bit over time, so we're going to wrap this up by first going over here to Jamie and his take and Jay's final wrap up, and then from there we do our sign off because right now we're hitting 45 minutes.
I mean, my take on this whole thing. I mean, I'm with you guys, Quan and Rashid, and I'm sorry I cannot remember your name for the life of me. Our newcomer here.
Karen.
You call me
Karen, yeah, Karen.
Yeah, Garrett. I mean, I'm with you guys. I've played lots of Call of Duty, like hundreds of hours into Call of Duty. I love it. I hate quick scoping. Sorry, Nate, hate it. But I mean, it's an arcade shooter. It's not a simulation. It's not meant to be a simulation. But the thing is, when it comes to people that are giving out death threats, no matter what you do, if you're actually putting yourself out there, regardless of whether you're a video game developer or a writer or you're someone who commentates on some hot button issue, you're going to have people tossing death threats at you. But I mean, I don't understand the mentality that comes from people that just toss these threats out there like it's nothing.
Right.
You know, and that to me is ridiculous.
It was stupid to toss a threat out there.
Yeah.
I just wanted people to understand how much what he did was okay. I just wanted to get.
He's being devil's advocate.
Yeah, devil's advocate.
Yeah.
no worries.
Right.
All right.
But I mean, that's my take on it. I'm with you guys here. Even though I've played tons and tons of Call of Duty across all the series since Modern Warfare, the first Modern Warfare was the first one I played. I've played
what is that?
tons of them. What's that?
Somebody's crunching something or
Not
hitting
me.
their mic. Okay, I'm not. Who's hitting their mic?
I don't know. Maybe Jay got hungry and was having a snack.
Leave me and my tacos out of this.
Oh, he's back with the tacos.
Yeah, he's eating.
All right. So I guess we could wrap it up because, like I said, we're at the 45-minute mark, and the last thing we want people to do is like, okay, God, these guys are going on and on already. We want them to come for episode 4.
Yeah.
Hint, hint. So we're going to wrap it up here, and the first person to sign off will be Karen, ladies first.
Okay. You can reach me on YouTube or Facebook, 219 Gary IND, or you can hit me up on Facebook. Just type in, I guess. Well, if you hit me up on YouTube, then I'll PM you my Facebook. I don't want to just put it out there like that. So
don't blame you.
But it's been a pleasure. You know, I enjoyed the podcast. I finally got in this time, but I really enjoyed everybody and everything, the topics we talked about.
Hope we have you
I'll be on the
next week, by the way.
I'm thinking that you will. That'll be fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right then. Rashid, your sign off, bro.
Alright, first time on. I have nothing special to say. I like to keep it stealth mostly, so I'll hit you up probably on YouTube. That's all I really have to say.
Oh, he's going it for reel-to-reel style. He's keeping it stunned.
No, I'm just tired and lazy, that's all.
Hey,
okay.
that's not lazy, man. That's hard work, Marine
Yeah,
work.
it
You know?
is. That's Marine work. That's okay. We respect that.
There you go.
We really do.
Been there, done that. We already know, dude.
Yeah.
All right, so next up will be the Children of Nin, AKA GamerNate78, everybody's favorite dude on YouTube. Go ahead.
Bada bing, bada boom. I'll catch y'all later on the next podcast. Hip hop. I want that debate.
Oh, God. There goes GamerNate, everybody, the master debater. Anyway. All right, JV, you're next.
Alright, I'm going to pimp out some social media here. For one, everyone listening should join our Google Plus group. That's Nintendo 3DS and Wii U, or Wii U and 3DS. I couldn't find it, my computer won't pull it up for some reason. But join that group. Me, Quan Manchu, Jay, Nate, all of us posting it. I post a lot regularly. I post reviews, the whole 9. Hit me up on Twitter, Jamie Beworth. Find my profile here on Google Plus. I wrote a book, Superpowered, on Amazon. Go check it out. Thank you.
Hey, Deadpool, what's up, man?
Hey, everybody. Well, the easiest way to find me is just come to G+. That's pretty much what I use. You're not gonna find me on Facebook because I rarely own it, but yeah, G+ is where you're gonna find me. Just Jay Fleming, and you'll be able to find me. Got a YouTube channel, not much on it, but I got one. So catch y'all next time. Y'all have a lovely, lovely, lovely evening.
Okay, then. And This is, of course, me, Quan Manchu. You can find me on Quan Manchu on YouTube. You can find me on Quan_Manchu on Google+. You can find me on as Quan Manchu on Facebook as well, and also on Twitter. Basically, Quan Manchu, all over the place, all day, every day. And as I always say, and I say this on behalf of my esteemed colleagues here, whatever's clever.